Good morning, class. The two topics that I have is multiple sclerosis and cystic fibrosis. I'm gonna start off with multiple sclerosis or MS. Um, it is a long-lasting disease that can affect your brain, your spinal cord, and the optic nerves in your eyes. It can cause problems with vision, balance, muscle control, and other basic body functions. There are a few different types of multiple sclerosis. The first type is the relaxing remitting multiple sclerosis. This is the most common form of multiple sclerosis. About 85 to 90% of people who get diagnosed is diagnosed with this one, and they usually have show signs of it in their early 20s. The next one is secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. And this one's symptoms, um, they steadily worsen over time with or without the recurrence and relapses and omission of multiple sclerosis. The next one is primary progressive multiple sclerosis. This type is not common at all. This one and the next type, which is progressive relapsing multiple sclerosis, those two aren't common at all. Only 5 to 10% who get diagnosed are diagnosed with those two. Um, Signs, like I said, they usually appear in the early 20s. And the attack, well, in the relapse and remission one, the attacks of symptoms, they happen time to time, like what a relapse is pretty much. Um, the doctors still don't understand what caused multiple sclerosis. However, research shows that where you live at, your genes, and the air that you breathe play a big part in multiple sclerosis. Considering that it is an autoimmune disease, you are more likely to get it if you have other autoimmune diseases such as inflammatory bowel disease, thyroid disease, or type 1 diabetes. Research also shows that smoking puts you at a higher risk as well. There are numerous symptoms, but the more common symptoms are bladder and bowel issues, lack of coordination, emotional changes, and eye problems. Um, Considering that MS is recurring in children and in people in children with it often have um, significant fatigue. This can impact a child's day-to-day life, especially in PE. The child that has MS may need multiple breaks, multiple water breaks, need to sit down, sit out for a while as they recover from the fatigue that they have. That's it for that one. So next is cystic fibrosis or CF. It is a progressive genetic disease that causes lung infections and limits the ability to breathe over time. Characteristics of CF is cough, repeated lung infections, and the inability to gain weight. In people with CF, certain people have a mutation which is called CFTR or the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator. That gene is a that makes the CF becomes dysfunctional. When the protein is not working correctly, it is unable to help move chloride, a component of salt, to the cell surface. Without chloride to attract water to the cell surface, the mucus in various organs become thick and sticky. In the lungs, the mucus clogs the airways and traps germs like bacteria, leading to infection, inflammation, respiratory failure, and other complications as well. For this reason, people with CF should minimize contact with germs as much as possible. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease. People with it have inherited two copies, one from mom, one from dad. Both parents have to have one of the copies in order to inherit it. So if one of your parents don't have it, then you are not at risk at all of getting CF. Some of the common symptoms include salty tasting skin, persistent coughing, repeated lung infections such as bronchitis and pneumonia. Um, From the knowledge that I have, I guess CF is not much of a disability. I would think they also, well, they get fatigued, so they will need multiple breaks as well. It's time to sit, catch the breath. Um, oh, also yes, CF. It doesn't matter your race, ethnicity, or any of that like that. If both your parents have a copy, you are at risk of getting CF. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah.